Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, we're on the way. Well, Jim, I suspect it wasn't just us who were surprised when Victor Osimhen was sent on loan to Istanbul at the start of the 24-25 season, but again, he has proved just why he is considered one of the game's most prized assets.
Yeah, we've never questioned his ability in front of goal and his return of 26 from 30 in the league, and 37, was it, in all competitions?
And those numbers are the principal reason, of course, why his club finished the season with a domestic double. Kimmich. Shevchenko. He is through here. Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Shevchenko certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Terrific effort! They've scored! Great corner, and he did the rest.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Messi! Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Messi is standing over this one. Messi! Glorious! He's got himself an absolute peach. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Number 10.
Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Borussia Dortmund restore parity.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That's the keeper's ball. Odo is looking to influence the game from out wide. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. And the pass is intercepted. Vieira has given away a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken. Good read, needed to be spread out to the left. Kimmich. And it's Gullit. Great chance! He's got a goal! Into the lead once more. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Takes a shot! And it's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Calm, composed, confident, what a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Bangladesh now in a position far more desirable.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
And he skips past his man, shoots! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Oh, that's a key interception.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
This ended up in no man's land. Inzaghi. Now it's Hullet. Oh, no joy this time. Nicely spread. And it's Messi. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And the referee has blown for half-time.
Well, it's hard to say whether a 2-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so
Just a
far,
quick announcement.
I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Bangladesh
Substitution.
largely dominant, up by 2 at the break. The scoreline 3-1. So off we go again. Goes for the shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Hullet attempts a clearance. Maradona. He's having a hit! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
And he's picked out the run. And this is Owen. And the ball is out of play. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Vinicius Junior. That is good strength. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Now it's Shevchenko. Played through into space. Vinicius Junior. He's got away. He's had a shot! That's another chance! Now that is commitment to the cause. It's their second corner of the game. That's a decent clearance. Maradona going face-to-face with his great rival. Bangladesh have the chance to go the other way. Can he finish? And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Well, the opening goal did come from a corner. Now then. And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Hullet. He's found a way through. It's a good-looking delivery. Adams gets it away. Maradona. Owen. Maradona. Good purposeful running this. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Xavi Alonso. It's Kimmich. This is a promising build-up. And he's being shifted off it. And it's Inzaghi. Kimmich.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Shevchenko. Koundé. In towards the back stick. Zanetti can get it clear. Now it's Vinicius Junior. That is a great pick out. Just the keeper in his... And a chance! And there's a goal! With so little time left! Grandstand finish! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
2 added minutes has
Borussia
been indicated.
Dortmund give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish. Shapes the shoot! And a neat finish! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game? Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Bangladesh are chirpy, cheerful and contented. It was a comprehensive display throughout. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that.
Match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So off we go then.
Now there's a player with a silky pass and a steely tackle.
Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, a midfielder renowned for his tremendous...
He's having a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. No, just not quite.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Raul can get it clear. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Neymar opts for safety. For Xavi Alonso. Threads one in, and he's picked it up out wide. Look at the space here. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it this time, surely. In he goes again. Goal! Santos! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Pullet. Shevchenko. He's found a way through. Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
And it's Kimmich. Can he get it through? And he's cut it out. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
No, that's been intercepted. Neymar. Kimmich did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Xavi Alonso. That's a cute ball. Now this could be a chance. He's picked his way. Shot, surely! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Batistuta is offering a wry smile there.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Shevchenko running with intent. Shevchenko! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. It's their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Shevchenko. Nice interception, well timed. Neymar. Xavi Alonso.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Raul. Raul. That's it, 45 minutes up. It's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Bangladesh
Just a quick
coming
reminder
at
today,
half-time
please
on the
refrain
wrong
from
end
parking
of a
outside
1-0
this stadium.
scoreline.
Thank you very much for
Yeah,
your
you don't get any
cooperation.
points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes. There's the shot! And it's in! They have come roaring back!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious... Goes for a shot! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Bangladesh leading now.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
And no, that was never going to make it. Raul is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And this is Hullet. Space for him to turn and look. Nicely... And a header! And that's a good finish. And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty. Oh, it's a fantastic assist as well, Peter. Delivered at pace, the diversion, that's all that was needed.
Andrei Shevchenko! Andrei Shevchenko!
Substitutions taking place.
And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, And there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So off we go then. Once described as being born offside, Filippo Inzaghi feels like the last of a dying breed, doesn't he?
Yeah, and I feel sometimes he doesn't get the credit he fully deserves, because I think he's one of the most intelligent strikers around too.
And Shevchenko! And he should have made them pay.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And he thumps it clear. Shevchenko has the space to scheme. Just eases him off the ball. And that was very necessary. And here's Shevchenko. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Albert Ferrer. Conte. Nice looking ball. Chips it through. And he was alert to it. Deftly away.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Knocks it into space. Oh, that's a fine interception. Still goalless at the moment. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Bangladesh clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Pull it. Now it's Shevchenko. And it's Koundé. Oh, it's taken out. That'll be a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And here's Shevchenko. Koundé. That's good play. Filippo Inzaghi. Can he get it through? And that could set him on his way. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And reclaimed it in a trice. And this is Inzaghi. Nicely weighted ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's a sharp pass. And here's Hullet. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Azar, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Azar. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Hakimi calmly anticipates. Hullet. Marquinhos tries to clear.
There will be 1
Azar.
minute added time.
Gets a good foot in there. So a temporary halt to the action. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. The second half is up and running.
Bangladesh have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And this is Hullet. Hullet running with the ball.
And And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
And here's Hullet. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Inzaghi. Croatia are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Now it's Inzaghi, and it's Caceres. Hullet stood up well to him there. Croatia can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Wasn't easy on the eye, but it's done its job. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neymar. And it's Shevchenko. And here's Inzaghi.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Azar is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
That is good alertness. And now they can clear their lines. And here's Inzaghi. Xabi Alonso. Just 5 minutes remaining now. And this is Inzaghi. And the shot! Oh, wow! That's crazy! Oh, is this it? Have they won it?
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Bangladesh now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
There will be one.
Well, these last few
added time.
moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposite...
And that is that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Filippo Inzaghi taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and
Please
deservedly
make sure
so.
to watch the screen for an information bulletin
Bangladesh
from the regional police
have
department.
done it. They're people without a fingernail left between them after what... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway.
Alessandro Costacurta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Well, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
Shevchenko, and here's Inzaghi, looking to play him in. Oh, that was vital. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Schneider. Mateus. And it's Zico. Out towards the flank. Kimmich. Gullit. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Gullit. And he is deftly away. Chiellini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Shevchenko! And he's done it! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Gullit. Driving. And the finish! Schneider. And it's Inzaghi. And Shevchenko!
Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Nice sequence of passes, this. Mateus. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And that's played in low. Filippo Inzaghi, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Xavi Alonso. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Forlan. And it's Caceres. This is a promising build-up.
There will be
Alonso.
1 minute added time.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Schneider. Looking for options for movement. Abbiati claims comfortably. And that is the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Quick
Some
reminder
first half
today,
thoughts?
please have your
Okay,
entry
they
tickets
got
at
hit with
hand
that
as
one
it's time
sucker
to
punch,
announce
but
today's
I don't
winning
think there was
lottery
much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Bangladesh leading via the game's only goal, 1-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Bangladesh currently ahead by the smallest of margins. And he was quick to react. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having...
Zico! It's run loose, who's going to get there?
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Aimed beyond the defence.
Floated through. Bangladesh are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Kimmich, that's a lovely neat pass. And Koundé, 60 minutes played. Thinks about the shot. Schneider conjures time and space where few can. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settled for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Substitution for Marseille, number 9.
Well, look, they know
Diego
they've got a
Forlán.
height advantage, and
Number
it's time for them to
99,
use it.
Batistuta coming on the field.
Terrific effort! And that's a sharp finish. 2 up now, and they are cruising. A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Bangladesh are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Robertson. And he's managed to get free. That's the keeper's ball.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And he's there to retrieve it. Zico! And again! And he hits the net! Just 1 in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
Marseille cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho. Marseille really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks.
Inzaghi!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Kimmich. Zico. Tries to pass it through. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. All hands on deck for this one. Schneider with the short one. Cross from a header! It's bounced back off the post. And there goes their last chance. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two
Hello,
sides get
everybody,
ready to
and
lock
welcome
horns.
to today's
This is
match.
football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So straight into the action. Martin Caceres, Jim. Precious little doubt about what his outstanding qualities are.
Aggression and tenacity.
And he shoots! He's delivered all right!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now it's Hullet. He's played it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no one.
He's having a shot! And that's a good finish. Two! And we've barely begun here. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Can he finish? Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Oh, it was a brilliant touch to set himself up. Just a shame that the finish let him down.
And here's Inzaghi. Caceres is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And it's Inzaghi. Foot in. Great vision. Now it's Villa. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, such a clever he'll try from distance. It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Oh, good-looking ball. Kimmich. This is a promising build-up. And he's got the beating of his man. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, he's been caught napping! And it's Kimmich. Caceres. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Forlan. Now it's Son Heung-min. Kimmich. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Howson kept his eye on it, and he's there. Bangladesh heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. And here's Inzaghi. 40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. And here's Shevchenko. That's been intercepted. That's a sharp pass. Kimmich. Xabi Alonso,
There will be 1
who's set
minute
up
at
one
a
goal
time.
so far, looking to pass their way up the pitch. And we've reached half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Bangladesh really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have done another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
Bangladesh are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. And we are back on the way. And here's Xabi Alonso. And it's Hullet. Now it's Xabi Alonso. Takes on his marker. Can he finish? And it's there! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. It was thrashed in, the crispest of hits.
Well, he's absolutely drilled that, Peter. When you hit it like that, the keeper's not going to be able to do...
And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the
Hello,
stadium,
everybody,
and the
and
players on the
welcome to
pitch are
today's
raring
match.
to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Rijkaard is the name on everybody's lips. Hardly a surprise when you're making your 500th appearance. Quite something, Jim Beglin.
Well, he's a special professional who's done a sterling job to keep himself at the top of his game for so long. His durability and his mental strength have been a constant, and I wish him all the luck today.
No way through. He won't be happy with that one. Lahm. Edmilson. Platini. He'll try from distance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Forlan really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Bangladesh have the chance to go the other way. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Filippo Inzaghi. Shapes to shoot! It's in! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Lahm, he's shifting through the gears here. Lahm, chance! Bangladesh already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
It's Alonso! And he hits the net. AC Milan are all square. He hit that like he meant it. Absolutely speared it in.
It would have taken something heroic from the keeper to get anything on that. The height was tricky enough, but the power, he had no chance.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
He leaps for it! No, just not quite.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Koundé. And here's Hullet. Oh, that is a... And the shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And it's Inzaghi.
There will be 3
Caceres.
minutes added time.
And this is Inzaghi. That's been drilled in. Can he finish? Well taken goal. Into the lead once more. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
And the referee has signalled for half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Bangladesh are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. So straight into the second half. Bangladesh can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Platini. Probing pass. Kimmich looking to add to his goal. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And that is a little undercooked. And here's Hullet. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Out towards the flank. And a chance!
Hullet really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
It's their second corner of the game.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Hullet. Kimmich. Hullet. Quality ball. Platini is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And it's Hullet. Passing is crisp and sharp. Aimed beyond the defence. It's a searching pass. Well timed, excellent interception. Threads one in, and he's managed to get free. Tries a shot! It's a goal! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Milan dragged themselves back again.
Milan really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. No second thought, a straight red card. Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned. Well, no question, Jim, the referee has seen that as a professional foul.
Well, Peter, I don't think he even had time to blink. This is just a spontaneous reaction.
Substitution on the field, number 11.
Now this could be a pivotal moment. Dying minutes, free kick, great position.
Number 15.
Well, this is his opportunity to make the stage his own here.
Fallen!
It was a sterling effort, and at least he kept it on target. And it was worth a go.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
2 minutes to be added on. Raul. Best. Tries to pass it through. Xavi Alonso. That's it. The referee says enough. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square.
Hello, attendees.
Your
This
reflections
is
then,
a
Jim.
Lost
Well,
Children's
Peter, I
announcement.
suppose it's something.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant
Hello,
buzz in the
everybody, and
stadium,
welcome
and the
to
players on the
today's
pitch
match.
are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
And here's Bergkamp. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Hops for safety. And claimed it back swiftly. Well, now it's a race for the ball. And the pass is intercepted.
Adriano really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Can he get it through? Wan-Bissaka makes the interception. Look at the space here. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Xavi Alonso. Here's Caceres. Now it's Inzaghi. Nicely weighted ball. Flashes it up, and a header! And it's a goal! And there is your opener. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Bangladesh have penetrated for the first time.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Stojkovic! Brilliant! A finish of true class! And once more we are all square. You score, we score!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Oh, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Nice interception, well timed.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now this could be a chance. And we've reached half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Well, Jim, they've both had their moments.
Well, it's been a decent game so far, Peter, although I think in the next 45 minutes we could do with the ball being moved around quicker with a view to trying to entice their opponents out of position. I don't think there'll be a mad rush to do that just yet.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. Back on the way then. Great vision. That's a nicely shaped ball. Stojkovic can so cleverly bypass the press. That's a lovely, neat pass. And it's Bergkamp. Well, hello and welcome to you all on this opening day.
Hello,
Two
everybody,
teams,
and welcome
each
to
seeking the
today's
perfect
match.
pick-me-up start at the expense of each other. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle.
Well, you know, Peter, the brains of this particular team's operation is Pep Guardiola, someone who can dictate the tempo, and his appreciation of the game is a step above most.
Yeah, he's a thinking man's footballer, isn't he?
Indeed, and I'm really looking forward to watching him.
Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that is a little undercooked. It's a sharp pass. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Lewandowski, chance for a shot! He scored! Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Madrid finding themselves unexpected. And the finish! And no mistake. A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Madrid are doing very nicely, thank you.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
It's Raul. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And it's Lopez. And he was alert to it. Lewandowski. It's a really well-measured ball. There could be trouble here. It's Ronaldinho! Just cruising! They are cruising! They are purring, truly purring! And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Madrid find a position of real strength now. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's shifting through the gears here. Madrid are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Belletti. So, what can they make of this? Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that's another good win of the ball. Nice physical challenge. Pedri, and the counter is on. Now it's Mbappe. So a temporary halt to the action. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kickoff. So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And here is the first touch of the second half. 45 minutes to change their fate. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Threads one in. Camavinga. Vinicius Junior. Great chance! And that's a good finish. It could be a lifeline. Two more needed. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. So could they be onto something here? Lovely, now then. Now he's right. He's had a shot! And that's in! And they are disappearing out of sight. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Madrid visibly comfortable, now up by 3. Deftly away. Played back. Raúl. And the shot! And the keeper threw out a limb.
Vinicius Junior really reacted very quickly there, but couldn't quite find the finish he needed.
And we have our very first corner. Xabi Alonso goes short. And now they can spring out of defence. That has been cut short. Oh, that's fabulous. Now it's Raúl. Can he finish? And that's a tidy finish. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even...
He's in one-on-one. Tries a shot! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Madrid presented with a golden opportunity here. A big, deep breath. And Iker Casillas somehow saves it.
Oh, what a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be psychologically pivotal.
And it's Camavinga. And here's Mbappe. That is a crunching tackle. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Howson calmly anticipates. Raúl tries to play it through. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Mbappe! And he's heaved it away. Caceres. Guardiola producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Pedri. Now it's Mbappe. Rudiger gets across to intercept that. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And he's worked it through. Just roll! And it's there! Just one goal in it now! Game on! You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
And now he has 2. All of a sudden we have a game here.
There will be 5
Well, they'll just be
minutes
praying
added
that one
time.
more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Now it's Raúl. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Mbappe. Now Mbappe. That's an excellent interception. And he's quick to get rid. Aimed beyond the defence. Ronaldinho in acres of space out wide. There's the shot! Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven.